this afternoon, and El Sana was around 12 lengths behind Atalan when the last time they met each other, and that was back in March in Limerick over 2-6. Merry Moves won on that occasion. Rochestown also finished in behind on that occasion. Prior to that, Atalanian was a length and a quarter second behind Colin Murphy's Tangential in Clonmel. Tangential went on and finished 5.5 lengths second in the race that El Sana won. West Breeze, another one, big player here. Storm Mahler is a 4-1 favourite, 5-1 West Breeze, 6-1 then about El Sana, 13-2 about Atalian, 8-1 at a Cantor. Killanure last winner of her last two is a 10-1 shot, along with Magic Conqueror as well. 12-1 Rochestown and 18-1 then bigger the rest. West Breeze, that's a big chance if its heavy fall here hasn't left its mark on its most recent start. 2 out, was a winner at Clonmel prior to that under a £9 lower mark. Still had every chance when taking a terrible fall, very heavy fall, 2 out under Rachel Blackmore on his most recent start here back in March time. But if that hasn't left its mark, it's definitely a big chance here this afternoon. Killanure Lash, she's gone up £13 for winning her last two. Both of those were in 80 to 109s. Steps up to 116 company here this afternoon. Bit more in his place this afternoon. And Elliot Hogren, of course, an amateur based at Willie Mullins, former Swedish champion, amateur partners, first winner in Ireland on Killanure last in the amateur riders handicap hurdle that day. Dermot Maloney's booked to take the 7 off here as well this afternoon. Fortune favours the Bolton handicap debut. Sean Flanagan bidding for a treble, but I think its opening mark of 111 is a little bit harsh, and maybe a watching brief at that. Magic Conqueror's another one that's definitely got a chance for Mikey Kennedy. It's a very open race. Magic Conqueror, I thought it was a shade unlucky maybe not to beat King's Halo at Limerick towards the end of March, and as I say, she's one that's open to more improvement. Michael O'Sullivan bidding for a 4-timer on the day. Let's get up to Justin O'Hanlon, the commentary box, for our 7th race of the afternoon.
They're off. 3 miles and 15 flights of hurdles to be jumped in this 3-miler as they head towards the turn of the straight in the first of the 3 flights that lie therein. West Leader is one of the first to show in front in the green cap, with Rochestown racing in second as they jump the first. El Sana is going to jump it in third with Atlantean. On the inside races 4. Upsides these is King Ferdinand in the striped sleeves with the blue and brown cutter, or the orange and brown cutters of Fortune Favours the Bold next in the field as they jump flight number 2 and head up towards the flight in front of the stands. And it's West Leader who leads and has opened up a lead of some 5 to 6 lengths as they jump flight number 3 over Rochestown, who jumps it in second. Magic Conqueror third towards the far side of the track on the inside rail, in company with Fortune Favours the Bold, Atlantean and El Sana. A length then to King Ferdinand, who's in front of Fancy a Cosmo with Old Chap next in the field, and upsides that on the outside is At a Cantor. And they're a couple of lengths in front of Wild Shot on the outside of the Dancing Farrier. Next in the field then Champagne Monarch with Storm Mahler in the back 2 as they head out with 2 complete circuits of the track to race, are Sure Why Not and the hat-trick seeking Killanure Lass. So continuing the right-handed swing to bring them towards the entrance to the back straight for the first time, and it's West Leader and Shane Fitzgerald taking them along by some 3 to 4 lengths over Rochestown, who races in second. Third behind those, a couple of lengths to find Atlantean, who's followed by Magic Conqueror in 4 on the inside of El Sana 5. A length then to Fortune Favours the Bold, the top weight, who's in front of King Ferdinand, and behind those a couple of lengths to Fancy a Cosmo, who races on the inside as they come to the first of the flights in the back straight. Flight number 4 on this occasion. West Leader stood off it, jumped it well. And all jumping, continuing to jump safely at this point of the contest. And racing on towards the middle flight in the back straight, West Leader continues with the advantage and leads by some 6 to 8 lengths over Rochestown in second, Atlantean in third. Magic Conqueror jumps at 4 with Fortune Favours the Bold next on the inside of El Sana. They're followed by King Ferdinand, a length or so in front of Old Chap, and on the inside Fancy a Cosmo as they come to the third of the flights in the back straight, and it's West Leader continues to take them along. A soft lead of about 8 lengths here from Rochestown, who races in second for Richie Deegan. Third then is Atlantean under Peter Carberry, who in turn is a length and a half in front of El Sana and Ian Power. And outside El Sana is King Ferdinand with Magic Conqueror next on the inside. Fortune Favours the Bold and At a Canter race next. And they're followed by Storm Maller, who's made up a little bit of ground through the field. So as they head towards the turn of the straight and swing in towards the three flights, first of the three flights they're in, West Leader continuing to take them along. When it comes to this, jumps it nicely in front, about half a dozen lengths in front of Rochestown in second. Atlantean is third with El Sana. Magic Conqueror towards the inside. King Ferdinand is next in the field, followed by Fortune Favours the Bold. And behind Fortune Favours the Bold is At a Canter, who's on the outside of Fancy a Cosmo, and between those two is Old Chap. And they're followed by the Dancing Farrier with Storm Maller towards the outside of Wild Shot. As they come to the fence, which were the last in the circuit's time, and towards the back of the field, Killing Your Lass has relegated Champagne Monarch, and sure, why not, to be the back two. So as they head out on the final circuit, and it's West Leader continues to take them along as the field have just tightened up a tad. Only leads by about 2 to 3 lengths now over Atlantean and Rochestown second and third. 4 behind those races El Sana with King Ferdinand and Fortune Favours the Bold on the inside. Next in the field then is Magic Conqueror, who's on the inner, with At a Canter and Old Chap next, Fancy a Cosmo, Storm Maller on the outside of that group, followed then by Wild Shot and the Dancing Farrier. Champagne Monarch has 2 behind it, and those 2 are Killing Your Lass, and the back marker continues to be Sure Why Not. So swinging into the back straight with six flights left to jump and about a mile or so left to race in this 3-miler. The lead continues to be held by West Leader. Has had a handy advantage throughout and leads by about 4 to 5 lengths as they come to the first of the flights in the back straight. West Leader, Shane Fitzgerald, stood off it, has jumped well throughout and leads by about 4 to 5 lengths over Rochestown in second. Atlantean is third. El Sana 4 on the inside of King Ferdinand. They're followed by Fortune Favours the Bold. And behind Fortune Favours the Bold, trying to make some ground on the outside of that one, both Old Chap and At a Canter, as they continue towards the flight at the end of the back straight, and West Leader continues to take them along. Ahead of a chasing group, all travelling well within themselves. Rochestown, Atlantean on the inside, El Sana next, Magic Conqueror, King Ferdinand, At a Canter, getting a little bit closer all the time, followed then by Old Chap. Fancy a Cosmos drop back towards the inside, and they're followed by Fortune Favours the Bold, who's also dropped back. Storm Maller is well in touch with the leading group, followed then by Champagne Monarch, and trying to make ground, although being pushed along to do so, is Killing Your Lass as they head out of the back straight inside the final 5 furlongs of this Mallow Commercials CVRT Test Centre Handicap Hurdle. And West Leader is only about a length in front now of Rochestown, who appears with a chance in second. El Sana, King Ferdinand on the outside of these, Storm Maller. At a Canter travels well as they come down towards the third last, and as West Leader being challenged now by Rochestown. El Sana comes there in the centre. Followers At a Canter is gone at the second last as they head down at the third last as they head towards 2 out. West Leader continuing to box on in front, lands a length in front of El Sana. Now the challenger under Ian Power, King Ferdinand on the outside of the 2 as they head down towards the final flight. It's El Sana with King Ferdinand trying to throw down a challenge on the stand side at the last. El Sana stands off at King Ferdinand within half a length. As they race inside the final 150, it's El Sana on the far side, King Ferdinand the stand side. El Sana and King Ferdinand up to the line. El Sana in power, King Ferdinand the stand side. El Sana and King Ferdinand put it up to the judge. El Sana possibly just. Storm Maller was third. West Leader weakened to be 4, and staying on behind those to take 5th spot was, or behind those in 5th was Atlantean with Storm Maller next.
Yes, El Sana follows up her win under an £8 rise for winning 5.5 lengths, of course, at Naas in her most recent start. To follow up here, showed real good guts to just hold on. The King Ferdinand, who threw it down a big challenge coming down over the last 2. But El Sana under Ian Power, that's Ian Power's 3rd winner in the last 10 days. Good run of form for jockey Ian Power. He was on board, of course, when El Sana won in her most recent start. That was at Naas over the extended 2-7 and beating Tangential by 5.5 lengths. Just see here the jump that last, both of them every bit as good. West Breeze, of course, has jumped really well after taking a horrible fall here the last day, and he just starts to give way after cutting out the early fractions, trying to make all, as he tried to do in the past as well, and when he won on his penultimate start. But definitely one to take out of it is At a Canter. He was absolutely travelling for Shane O'Callaghan and Ross O'Sullivan until he came down at the second last. That was only his second on the handicap company. He's one that's put into the tracker. He'll be hard to beat the next day at a Canter for Ross O'Sullivan. But a good performance by El Sana. Continues the good week, or 10 days of winning jockey Ian Power.
11.